Hello everyone, this is Michelle Testimony. I have got to do this video about me moving to Arizona. Now I'm most likely going to title this maybe African American moving to Arizona. Now I got to title it just like that. Because, because one of the questions I had moving anywhere around the United States is, for one thing, is how's the crime? Is the crime rates high or something like that? Well, that's just what anyways. Anybody want to know how bad is the crime wherever you move and all that kind of stuff, especially when you have children. But however, being black, and as you see on the media and on the news and all that good stuff, you want to know, are you going to get pulled over by the cops every time you crank up the engine and all that kind of stuff? Want to know how many killings of blacks in the city or state or whatever that's been brutally, been terrorized by people. Especially racial profile. That's one thing, that was always in the back of my mind. Racially profile. Now, you hear a lot in the South and all that kind of stuff. So that, for me as a black woman, as a black person, gets me deeply concerned. For one thing, I don't want to move somewhere where I can get hurt, where I can get taken advantage of, where I can either, put myself in a bad situation. For those of you know exactly what I'm talking about, I don't care. It doesn't have nothing to do with politics. You can be a Republican or Democrat. Let me tell you something. If you not Caucasian, if you don't have white privileges, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So you don't even have to be African American. For God's sake, you can be a mixed race and understand exactly what I'm talking about. Just get pulled over by just get pulled over by somebody that don't like your skin color at all. Don't like, you know what I'm talking about. But anywho, for me, moving to Arizona, I had to do my research. Wanted to make sure it's not, the crime level wasn't too bad on blacks, And also as well, I wanted to move to a community. I wanted to move to a community that is safe for my son, and which is I'm raising a little black boy, and I know when this little black boy grows up, he's gonna be a man, and God knows. Let's just say they shoot before they ask any questions. And by the way, my son is autistic. Yeah. So I had to seriously do my research, seriously make sure it was safe for me and my son, along with the other stuff. But anywho, as of moving here, I had to can off all the expenses and like how much is it to move here, because I wasn't driving. I was catching an airplane, and I think for me and my son it cost like $4 something. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was around $4 something. And then I didn't have that much stuff to ship over here as far as moving expenses. I just had a little stuff, a couple suitcases and stuff like that, but that I wasn't going to put on the airplane and make it very, very hard for myself. I I had it mailed over here, and that was pretty much a good penny. Was like 300 and something. And now in Texas, I had a car, and I had to let it go back because I couldn't pay it off in the first place. And if I choose to keep the car, it would have been over $1,000 to ship it here. And plus, I was still paying on it. So the best thing is to just let the car go. Car go back. Anywho, I think that's all the force. Okay, now for those of you that have kids, I had to count the cost of, taking him to and from school and stuff like that, because I'm moving down here and I don't have nobody. I don't have nobody to call up and ask, can you help me take my child to school? Oh, no, ma'am. No. So I had to figure out a way. And, thank God for Uber and Lyft and all that kind of stuff. I had to rely on them for 2 weeks. Even though my child is special needs, he has special needs services that does provide transportation, keep in mind that takes about 2 weeks. For me, it took like a week and a half. And then on top of that, you have to enroll, your child in school. Well, you just can't, like in Dallas, you just can't go up to a Pacific school and just enroll your child. You have to go straight to the district. And they make you fill out a big old stack, a piece of paper about like that big. And then on top of that, got to fill out special needs paper, special ed paper. And then on top of that, I had to have all his documents together. And plus, you guys know, those are ones that have children, shop records, and birth certificates, and all that kind of stuff. So, you had to keep that in mind. And what I did was I call ahead. I call ahead and have them to fax all that stuff to me. So that way, when I move here in Arizona, I can just go ahead and, take the papers to them. I had to meet them in person anyway, and it's already filled out, so it was easy for me because I came prepared. Another thing is, for most people, when you get an apartment down here, at least have you some extra money, some extra coins, to stay in a motel 2 or 3 nights. Because sometimes, even though the apartment said they're going to have the apartment ready on the 3rd or 1st or something like that, it don't always turn out that way. For those of you that live for a little bit long time, you know what exactly I'm talking about. So make sure you have a little something to stay overnight. And with me, I didn't get an apartment right away, per se, because my credit was so bad and all that kind of stuff. And nobody wouldn't want to rent to me because my credit was bad. So what I had to do is I had to find a extended stay motel. And what I did was I made sure I can get something that I can afford a month. So thank God for that. And I stayed at that motel for 10 months, I believe. Yes, I moved to Arizona September the 1st. And last Tuesday, September the 1st, was my 1-year anniversary in Arizona. Yay. And let's talk about have I experienced racial, you know what I'm talking about. For me, no, I have not. I have not in Arizona experienced racial profile. No, matter of fact, I was not harassed. I never been harassed ever since I've been here. Keep in mind, I came from big city, Dallas, in the first place. And and being colored in Dallas, Texas, you can get profiled just by walking down the street. To be honest with you, yes. And even walking in the stores, for God's sake, it's either somebody's following you or looking at you and funny and all that kind of stuff. But here in Arizona, I never experienced that. And you know what? I was looking for that too. But I never had experienced that. Matter of fact, when I moved here to Arizona, everybody was just nice and they would speak to you and they so friendly to you. Matter of fact, I had some neighbors not too long ago and said, Michelle, if you need anything, or if you need to go to the store, I'll give you a ride or something like that. And you know what's so funny? For the first time in my life, I had never been treated with so much dignity and respect ever since I moved to Arizona. I mean, this is a life change. This feels like a dream. It feels like I'm still in a dream. Because I never had experienced, so much peace. I don't experience hate here like I did in Texas. I don't experience hate. And with this community, it's a Christian community. You know what I feel I experience? I experience love. Now, yes, correct. For some of you that are very educated and, find a lot of stuff about this state. Some of you got a lot of Donald Trump supporters. And you got some Confederate flag wearing people and stuff like that. Hold on, because this computer about to shut off. You know what? I have a story about that. Yesterday I went to Walmart and this lady had her mask on and she had over her mask Trump right across her mask. And you know what? She stopped me in the middle of the line and said, "Ma'am, how you doing? Can I give you something? I want to give you something about the Holy Ghost. I want to give you, I want to share the gospel with you and all that kind of stuff." I mean, she treated me the same as the lady that was in front of her, which is the same color as she is. So, and also with the other one, which is a man, he also had a mask on, a Confederate flag mask. Excuse me, you guys. Yes, he had a Confederate flag mask. And you know what? I was taking my son to the dentist. And you know what he did for me? He held the door open for me. Yes, he held the door open for me. I told him thank you. He said, "Anytime, ma'am." So, even with that, even some people might have their feelings towards people that don't look like them or so. They still nice to you. They still very sweet to you. They not walking around ready to draw their gun out and shoot you, like that. I don't see that here. I see a bunch of love here. I see safety here. Now, I don't know any other parts of Arizona because I haven't been in any other parts of Arizona. But here in Sierra Vista, this is a military town and this is very peaceful. And it's not a lot of riffraff over here. And you'll see, well, to me, it's kind of a mixture. But like, when you look online and I made sure I did my research, and I was asking what percentage of blacks live over here, and I think it says 63%. I'm like, oh boy, I hope. Oh, I'm like, oh no, what I'm getting myself into. But as soon as I came over here, wow, it ain't nothing of what I thought. It ain't nothing of what I had expected. Everyone was so sweet and so nice. And everybody was so sweet to my son, too, also as well. And this is the town that I want to raise my son. And you guys, even the police is very nice. I know you heard a whole lot of stories about some parts of Arizona police, but here, the police are very, very nice. They very nice. I never experienced no harassment or anything. Never, never. But yes, moving to Arizona, that's the best decision I made in my life. The best decision. You know, I'm a black woman, African American. I stay to myself. I don't cause no trouble. I don't cause no drama. You know, I'm a peaceful person. I'm a nice person. I'm a happy person. Now, however, this is anywhere you move to. People is going to have some type of stereotype against you. It's just what it is. They going to have some type of stereotype. They just going to assume this and that. But that's the only thing I had experienced. The only thing. And when people find out that I'm totally the opposite of the stereotype that they put on black women, oh my gosh. Oh, they mouth, just be all wide open and all that kind of stuff. And they always like, Michelle, do you need anything? Do you need any help? Why you don't ask for no help? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? Why you don't knock on my door for help and all that kind of stuff? Hey, I believe in, getting stuff for yourself. Doing stuff for yourself. I know, life don't come easy for most people. Life don't come easy at all. I know, life is not a free ride. But yes, and I'm not the person, in spite of what people think, I don't believe in handouts. I believe in hand-ups. People do help me, but I also help people. I also do a lot for the community. And that's what I like about this town, Community come, together, and we all help each other. Trust me, we all help each other. I'll be the first one that, give a helping hand to somebody. That's just how the way I am. I like to help people. But, this part of town, this part of Arizona is so safe. You can leave your car doors unlocked. And don't have to worry about somebody taking your car overnight or in 5 minutes. Matter of fact, me and my son go walking in the mornings around the apartment complex. And some of the neighbors here, they literally leave their keys in the car. Keys in the car with the motor running. That's how safe it is. For those of you that live in the dangerous big cities, oh hell, you better not do that. You better not do something like that. But yes, part of the reason why I moved to Arizona, because my son is severely autistic, and they had better services, for my son that has autism, better services for handicapped people. But yes, that's my story, and that's my experience moving to Arizona. Now, I can only speak for Sierra Vista, Arizona. I can't speak for Phoenix, Tucson, and all that kind of stuff. I can't speak on that. But Sierra Vista is a beautiful place. It's a town where people retire, go to, and all that good stuff. Man, this is the best decision I ever make. And plus, the cost of living over here. Now, I wouldn't say for Phoenix. Phoenix is high as hell and hot. Um, it is pretty cheap here. Pretty cheap. So, if you're on a fixed income, something like that, you can survive out here. Trust me, you can survive. And it's some people like, like if you have a hard time, getting food or whatever, they always have food pantries here. For those of you that watch my channel from day one, I always talk about the food pantries. For those people that not eligible for food stamps and all that kind of stuff, for government assistance, that's another way you can get some help. It may not, you can just go to the store and pick out whatever you want, but hey, you sure can cook, and every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Give you fresh fruits and vegetables all the time. I mean, God is good when He picked this town out for me. God is good. Well, I hope this helped. Especially someone of color that's in my situation. You don't have to be African American. You don't have to be an African American woman to understand what I'm talking about. But you can be any kind of race. I'm a single mom. I moved here by myself. And safety was the number one priority, for me. And, I know a lot of mothers have concern, especially when you got to move to another state, just to give your child a proper health care. Well, till next time, y'all be blessed. Bye.